If you don't charge borderline outrageous prices for your cleaning service, you might as well just get a job. And I'm serious. Starting a business is brutal. It's strenuous, and it will totally chew you up if you don't make a lot of money. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to price your cleaning business so you make a ton of money. I'm John Margulies, founder of Happy Home Helpers, a 7-figure remote cleaning business, and Rags to Riches University, where I help people like you start and grow a profitable cleaning business using nothing but a phone and laptop. I'm also a special consultant for Jobber, the leading software for home service businesses. I was featured several times on Jobber's podcast, and I was a keynote speaker at the 2025 Jobber Summit. Now, if you're not planning to make a ton of money doing this, don't even start, because the only reason to build a cleaning business is financial freedom, not to get by, and certainly not to make a little extra cash. Big money or don't bother. And the first step, you have to charge like you actually want to get rich. You need to get extremely comfortable setting prices that almost feel absurd, because pricing will totally make or break your cleaning business. And to really understand pricing, you first need to be self-aware of your money mindset, or you'll always be chasing broke clients who don't respect you or your business. And Harvard studies show that confidence literally affects how much you charge. They found that people who feel powerful naturally quote higher prices and stick to them. And people who feel insecure or less powerful subconsciously lower their prices even when they shouldn't. If you've ever read Secrets of a Millionaire Mind or The Psychology of Money, you'll know that wealth starts in your mind. Your pricing isn't just numbers. It's a direct reflection of what you believe your service is worth. When people feel powerful, they naturally charge higher prices without second-guessing themselves. Your mind literally controls your money, so you need to truly believe you deliver a great value to your customers. Belief comes first, and then you gain confidence. And the real mindset shift happens when you know deep down that you're selling more than just a clean house. Because house cleaning isn't like any other home service. It's intimate. Pool men and pest control techs don't make people's beds, wash their underwear, or have access to their homes when they're not there. Therefore, you're selling peace of mind, trust, and the emotional lift of being in a clean home. People aren't buying a mop and bucket service. They're buying the way a clean home makes them feel. And when you truly believe that, charging premium prices becomes natural. And your customers will feel it. Therefore, they won't hesitate. They won't second guess. They'll be grateful. Mindset first, strategy second, tactics third. Today, I'm going to give you all three. So let's get into it. Before you ever quote a price, you need to clearly define what you're actually selling. And there are 5 core types of cleaning. Number 1 is standard cleaning. Number 2 is deep cleaning. Number 3 is move-in, move-out cleaning. Number 4 is Airbnb cleaning. And number 5, I call it a custom hourly clean. And the easiest way to explain the differences is to tell people the major elements included. For example, here's how a deep clean is different from a standard clean. The deep clean adds 4 time-consuming tasks: hand scrubbing baseboards, detailed blinds or shutters fully wiped by hand, not just dusted, deep clean inside all appliances except for the fridge unless it's added, and full window interior detailing. I'm talking glass, tracks, sills, and casings. And it's important to note, no ladder work. If it's higher than a 3-step ladder, they'll need a window washer or a handyman. Now, how do you actually price? Well, you have 2 options, hourly or flat rate. You always want to push for flat rate pricing because people want certainty. They hate clock watching. You want to use hourly pricing for weird or partial jobs, like when people just want the kitchen and bathrooms, or if they just want their floors done. Depending on your service area, charge $48 to $68 per hour. But remember, always have a minimum charge. Mine's $158, no matter how small the job. It's just not worth doing any jobs for less because you need to make a large profit and your cleaners also need to make a good amount. Remember, time is money, so you have to protect it. For flat rates, this is a simple formula. Always charge by square foot pricing, not bedroom or bathroom count. Standard cleaning is 14 or 15 cents a square foot. Deep cleaning is 20 cents to 22 cents a square foot, and move-in, move-out cleaning is 25 to 27 cents per square foot. Here's a quick example. 1,000 square feet standard clean at 15 cents per square foot equals $150. But I have it at $158 on my pricing sheet because I don't do jobs for less. My general rule is to charge about 2.5 times what you pay the cleaners. And be sure to always ask for the address before you give a final quote. Look it up on Zillow. No guessing. For apartments, here's my cheat sheet. Studio is 500 square feet, a 1-bedroom is 750 square feet, a 2-bedroom is 1,000 square feet, and a 3-bedroom is 1,250 square feet. Now let's talk about Airbnbs. They're a freaking goldmine if you do it right. And here's why. The guests live out of their suitcases, so there's no clutter. The properties are clean frequently, so there's a lot less grime. Overall, the jobs are faster and much easier, and you can charge more because the guests pay the cleaning fee. So your profit margin should be much higher. And here's how I price them. I take the standard cleaning price and I mark it up 20%. Keep it simple. Don't offer supply replenishment. Just make sure the hosts are responsible for restocking their own supplies. Airbnb cleanings are so easy to scale and so easy to price. But sometimes a cleaner walks into a crazy mess that they weren't expecting, and it can happen on any type of cleaning. So it's not a matter of if it will happen, it's a matter of when and how often. You gotta be prepared, or you'll end up paying out more to the cleaner than the client paid you. But the best way to mitigate running into unexpected messes that require more cleaning time is to be sure you ask your customers these 5 questions. Number 1, are there any pets? Pets are a 20% upcharge. With pets, you have to be aware of potential issues with urine, feces, and hair. And it matters what type of pet, so make sure you ask. Number 2, is it a cat or a dog? And do they shed? A lot of people are allergic to cats, so make sure you let the cleaners know in advance. And of course, shedding could take much longer to clean up. Number 3, is there built up grease on the kitchen cupboards or the stove and oven? Charge $88 more for oven and stovetop grease, and charge $128 additional if you have to clean grease off kitchen cabinets. Number 4, is there any mold, mildew, or heavy soap scum buildup in the showers or tubs? If there is, charge $48 extra per moldy shower or tub. Number 5, do any walls need to be washed? Now be careful with wall washing, because wall washing is extremely laborious and time consuming, and you'll never know exactly how long it's going to take. So you always have to charge hourly for it as an add-on. You need to find out these 5 things before the job begins to avoid ending up in a situation that will take much longer than expected. But if you don't, just make sure your cleaners know to report it immediately. They have to let you know right away. Then your team needs to call the client to approve a price increase. But you gotta be considerate and choose your words wisely. Nobody wants to feel judged in their own home. Therefore, you gotta say something like, your place needs a little bit more love than we expected. Can you please approve the extra charge so we can complete the job well? You see what I did there? I was polite and got my point across without insulting anyone or making them feel uncomfortable. And to further protect yourself up front, always quote a time range when the job is booked. Here's the formula. The lower end of the time range needs to be 3 times of what you pay the cleaners, and the higher end of the time range needs to be 2.5 times of what you pay the cleaners. So when you set your pricing, you have to think about your profit margins in terms of time goals. Let's say you're charging a client $240 and you're paying your cleaner $20 an hour. I would set the time goal at 3 to 4 hours to complete that job. That way, even if the cleaner takes the full 4 hours, you're paying them $80 and you're still netting $160 in profit on that job. That's the sweet spot. Your price to the client is about 3 times what you're paying the cleaner. If the job runs longer than 4 hours, no problem. Just simply bill the extra time hourly with full client approval before moving forward with the extra time. And forget quote visits. They're a waste of time and gas. You're building a business, not driving Uber. Offer flat rate packages that you can quote without seeing the house. And again, always disclose the time range with the caveat that if it exceeds the time range, the additional cost per cleaner is $58 per hour. Here's an example how to price a home that's 2,000 square feet. For a standard clean, we charge 15 cents per square foot. 2,000 square feet times 15 cents equals $300 flat rate. For a deep clean, we charge 22 cents per square foot. So at 2,000 square feet and 22 cents per square foot, that's $440 a flat rate. For a move in move out clean, we charge 27 cents per square foot. So at 2,000 square feet and 27 cents per square foot, that equals $540 at a flat rate. For an Airbnb clean, we take the standard cleaning price and add 20%. Since the standard price is $300, we times that by 20%, and that equals $360, which is a flat rate. So if the home is exactly 2,000 square feet, these are the flat rates we use. No guessing and no surprises. Flat rate pricing makes it much easier for customers to understand exactly what they're getting without worrying about the clock or hidden charges. The smoother your sales process, the more you'll sell, period. So you need a simple pricing sheet, and here's how to build it. You want to organize by cleaning type and break it down by 250 square foot increments. Start at 500 square feet and go up like this. Here you can see a sample of the actual pricing sheet I use. You'll see all the cleaning types, the price for each, and a time goal range. And remember, charge at least 2.5 times what you pay your cleaners. Always. It protects your margins and sets you up to scale. And just to be sure you're priced right in the market, research your top 5 competitors, but never price yourself in the middle. You want to be slightly higher than everyone else, and you justify it by providing faster, better, and friendlier customer service. Speed plus attention always gives you higher perceived value. That's how you win. If you take anything from this video, take this. Pricing isn't just math, it's a mindset. Charge like you actually want to get rich. Price based on confidence, not insecurity. And build a business that doesn't just survive, but thrives. If you got value out of this video, tap that like button, subscribe, and drop me a comment. And if you want my complete blueprint for starting your own 6 or even 7-figure remote cleaning business, I put together a step-by-step training that you can get access to right now on my website. It's the exact same process I use to build Happy Home Helpers. Go to johnmargalit.com to get access. That's JONMARGALIT.com. I'll see you there.